Hey everybody, Mike Chipperini here of Chipper's Island Adventures, and today I got a package in the mail and I'm going to open it because I think I know what it is. So let me go ahead, open up my little trusty knife, and we'll go ahead and give this an opening. Got a lot of box. Okay, there's another box inside, and it is the Mopeka Pro Check Sensor. And I ordered this, and now I'm going to go over the box contents and then install it. Okay, so hey everybody, I ordered this propane sensor because I've been having, I don't know if I'm having issues or not. I know some people do have issues that when they go to check their tank level on the one place, sometimes that propane tank level isn't always accurate. Mine presently is reading full. And I know I've used it. I actually ran the generator a couple times, and I ran the Truma heater with some propane and electric in order to exercise the generator. So what I'm going to do today, I'm going to check out the contents of this box, find out what I need to do, and then I'm going to install it on my propane tank. So let's go ahead and see what we have in the box. Okay, so I don't know what all this is about. It is magnetic. So what we have here is a tube of grease, these 3 clips or something, and the sensor itself. And basically, I'm going to read what we have. All right, so one thing I have to do is download an app, and then the grease goes on this little sensor on the back, and then there's a pair of magnets. Now I'm not sure how strong these magnets are. I'm just going to use a knife blade. That's pretty strong actually. And if I do it this way, that's really strong. But we'll go ahead and see how it looks underneath and all that good stuff. So for right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and download the app, and then we'll take a look at that. So what it says is download the app, attach the spacers to the base of your tank if needed. Press and hold the sync button on the Mopeka Pro Check universal sensor, and then we'll go ahead and sync it to the app and this and that. So I went ahead and downloaded the app on my phone, and you can see it's right here. And I pressed the sync button for 5 to 10 seconds, which activated the sensor. And now, as you can see, it is showing on my phone as empty. So what I'm going to do is mount this underneath my rig. And I'm going to show you where I mount it. But I might add something to it because I don't necessarily trust those magnets on the back to hold it on if I hit a big bump or something like that. Just so you can see, I'm going to go ahead and press a tank level. And as you can see, it's showing the LP gas tank is full. So the first thing it wants me to do is put a little of this grease on the sensor. There's a little rubber thing here. So I'm going to put a little grease on there. And that helps get you a good seal to the tank. Now I'm going to crawl underneath the rig and find the appropriate spot to put this. Then I'll come out and we'll see what the phone looks like as far as what the app reads. There is the propane I put that sensor basically dead center on the bottom. I'm going to move it over a little bit so it's even more centered on the length of the tank. So I think that's pretty good right there. But let's go out and see what the reading is on the app. Okay, so if I look at that. It's already reading. It's reading at 42%. So what it's saying is my tank is give or take half full. And I knew that wasn't reading properly because here's the deal. At the one place, if it's reading full, it's absolutely full, because my understanding is if it's under full, then it reads more like 3/4 or 2/3 or whatever it says. But mine has been reading full for a while now. So what I'll do at some point is take the rig for a ride and go get some propane, and I'll guarantee that I'm half empty. That'll go over there. I believe that's around a 4-gallon, 5-gallon tank, so I'll put in about 2 gallons, you watch. But another thing I want to do is, what that sensor is just sitting on that tank with 2 magnets. I'm going to get a strip of tape, like really good tape, and tape it on. I don't like the fact that it's just sitting on there with a pair of magnets. I just want to reinforce the way it's stuck on there. So what I did is I went ahead and cut some strips of Flex Seal tape, and now I'm going to go under there and put it on just to give it a little bit more stickability. I don't know what the word is. I want to make sure it's locked on that tank pretty good. So I'm going to go under there and do that, and then I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. And there you go. I basically taped it on there with Flex Seal tape, and hopefully that'll hold it in place along with the magnets, and I think that should be good to go. I'll know if it disappears because that app will show it is gone probably. So there's the gauge. I don't know if we can see that or not. I can't see it too well, so I'm not even sure what that's showing. But that's the actual gauge on the tank. Kind of a bear getting in and out of that, out from underneath the rig. But if I look at my app right now, you can see it's reading 48%. So I had to set it a little off center, because when I put it center of the tank lengthwise, it was it wouldn't read it. And I don't know if maybe there's a little bit of a rust bubble underneath the propane tank, because there is some rust on it. But here we are sitting at 48%. Now I'm going to be going for a ride in a little bit anyway, so I'll be checking this periodically to see how it holds. But so far, I do like the fact that this is showing less than half full, whereas the inside on the one place is showing full. So that goes to tell you something. Okay, so we're over here at the place where I get my propane filled, at Foster's Grill Store. We're gonna find out how many gallons this tank will take right now, because it's reading anywhere between 42 to 48%. And given that it only holds 4.8 gallons, I'm willing to bet it'll put in about, say, 2.2 gallons, give or take. So we'll see what happens here. As you can see, I went over and I had the propane filled at the fill station, but he was only able to put in about 0.4 gallons. So my one place may in fact be absolutely correct, because I thought I used some of the propane. But one of the problems is with the app. As you saw earlier when I showed it, the visual was a regular propane, 20-pound propane tank that you usually use with your grill. It was one of the more upright, or as they say on the app, vertical. Well, the propane tank that is on board is a 20-gallon horizontal tank. It has a 5.9%, a 5.9 gallon capacity, but the true capacity is 4.8 gallons because you need some room for expansion along with pressure, because that is a pressurized tank. With that said, I went into the app and I went ahead and looked under settings, and sure enough, under settings, if you scroll through the tanks, of which I had chosen a 20-pound vertical, and if you scroll all the way to the bottom, because there are no 20-pound horizontals, it says arbitrary. So I went under arbitrary, chose that, and then I could choose the settings of the size of the tank. As you can see, I now have this, and it's showing actually 81%. So that's awesome. This is the way your app should look. And I'm going to show you how I got there right here. And as you can see, I named mine the 59K LPG. United States is a section. And I chose arbitrary. If I go ahead and open this up, you can see there's all these different things. And then down at the bottom is arbitrary. Close that. And then I went ahead and put in my tank height as 8 inches. And the orientation as horizontal. I'm using %. And I'll tell you, that worked out great. I like that. And I think we have a success. I stumbled through this a little bit, but now if you go by what I just did, you shouldn't have any problems installing your Mopeka tank sensor. So hey, if you like this video, feel free to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel. All the best to all, and happy adventuring.